Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Are you thinking about buying the Rabaconda Dirt Bike Tire changer, or maybe you already have one and you want to put it together? Then stick around that I'm going to show to you how to go from this to having your Rabaconda Dirt Bike Tire changer ready to go. Okay, so the first piece you're going to look for is going to be one of the three pieces that make up the base of the Rabaconda. And the first one that you're going to pick is the one that has this threaded hole right here at the top. And if it is the first time you're assembling, you're also going to receive some caps. So there is a plastic cap in a gray color that goes in here, and there's another gray cap that goes on the opposite side. So go ahead, take this one and position it. The next two pieces are going to be the next two bases, which are these parts in here. And together with this, you also need this knob. To assemble it, you'll notice that here on the side, you have this slot in here. So you're going to take the two pieces, line that up like this. You take this screw with a knob and you're going to pass it through exactly where this slot is. So you have to find a slot, fit the screw, and then you tighten the knob. Next going to be the spindle, and that's nothing else than a place where your wheel hub is going to slide through. Now there are a few different versions depending on the kit that you get. So the one that I have in here is for the CRF 300L, but there are different sizes. Just make sure that when you're choosing for your motorcycle, you pick the one based on the diameter, the inner diameter of the hub of your motorcycle wheel. The next two parts, they look exactly the same, and that's going to be two of the wheel supports. So it goes like this, where you have this plastic lever. This goes pointed towards the inner center of the base. You put it like this, you have this bigger slot in here that goes right on top. And then once you slide it in here, you'll also notice that on this base, on this part, you're going to have some engravings in here for the wheel size. So I'll put it to 21, and then you just press it like this. And do the same for the opposite side. This one here is the last wheel support, and you see that it's a little bit different, but the idea is the same. We're going to connect it the same way as we have done for the previous two pieces. Now, if you're buying a Rabaconda, very likely you already have a set of tools at home, but let me just tell you this, because these tools are not included with the kit and you will need them. So you're going to need two spanners in here. One is a 19mm spanner and the other one is a 10mm spanner, as well as hex keys. So this hex key, the larger one, it's a 10mm hex key, and the smaller one is a 4mm hex key. There's a hole in here. You put the screw first, and then you come in with the spacer, passing the screw through the spacer, like this. And now you take the next lever, also put it through, now the screw. Then you come in with the washer, put the washer on, and finally the nut, like this. Now with the 4mm hex key and the 10mm spanner, we are going to tighten this, but there's only one thing you need to pay attention, very simple. We are not going to tighten this all the way because we still want to have the movement in here. So I'll just show to you. Go ahead and start to tighten it. Here I have tightened it too much, but that's just to show to you. You see that it is no longer loose, right? Everything is locked in place, and that's not what we want. So I'm just going to back it down a knot, like this. Still a little bit more. And now you see the two levers can move independently, and that's what you want to have them loose, like this. Take the bead breaker head and we're going to attach to this unit. The only thing you need to pay attention is that this surface in here needs to be pointed this direction. So you wouldn't mount it like this. To start, you take the smaller screw, pass it through the lever, then you take this plastic or rubber insert or sleeve, put it here. Now we insert the part. Now you bring in the next lever on the opposite side. And to finalize, you take a washer and once again the nut and put everything together. Now we are going to connect this part. The only thing you need to pay attention, these two larger screws, they have different lengths. So you're going to take the longer screw. Now the longer screw, we line up this part in here, pass the screw through, Then you take a washer and the nut. Using your 19mm spanner and the 10mm hex key, just like that, so it is free to move, like that. Now take the next bolt, which is a little bit shorter, and we're going to connect these two parts like this. Go in with the washer and with the nut. And this is what you want to have at the end. This part is assembled and it should move like this. Fix it in place, and then you're going to be given also this pin in here that you have to fixate it on this hold, like this. You also have a specific place to put your tire irons, so let me show it to you. So there you have it. That is the step-by-step how to put together your Rabaconda Dirt Bike Tire Changer, assembled and ready to be used. Now, if you want to know what is my opinion and how to use this product, I have a next video that's coming up here on the screen. Hope you like it, and I see you on the next one. Bye-bye.